Hello, FBC Salinas. This is Pastor John coming to you with another edition of the Midweek Refresher video, where I desire to do two things. Number one, provide you information, and number two, provide you inspiration in the middle of your week. Certainly hope your week is going well, and if not, may this video serve as a source of encouragement to you as well as a reminder that our God is with us, that He will not let us down, and that He takes care of us in incredible ways. Going to hop right into the informational portion, and it goes as follows. Tomorrow, Thursday at 10:30 a.m., we have a prayer meeting that will happen in the fireside room. It'll go from about 10:30 to 11:30. Encourage you to be here for that as we get ready to look into doing some different ministries in the near future, and we need to be praying. We need to be praying not only about those ministry possibilities, but also be praying for the church as we should all the time, right? So that God uses FBC Salinas for His glory. So it's 10:30 in the fireside room. Hope you can join us for that. So that's the first announcement. Second announcement is that this Saturday from 10 a.m. to 12:30, the men's ministry is hosting a prayer brunch. And it'll be a great time of eating together, of fellowshipping together, and hearing an inspirational message from Rich Garcia. So love to have you men join us here. It'll happen in the gym at 10 a.m. this Saturday. Later that afternoon, we will have the opportunity to go and partner with Closer Walk. We're carpooling from here at 3 o'clock. We'll be back here at 5:30. What are we doing while we're down there? Well, good question. We're going to be serving a meal as well as interacting with the people there, learning about their lives as well as hearing how God is ministering to them in some really difficult times. So I encourage you to participate with us in this ministry. It's always a great time, and that happens this Saturday at 3 o'clock. This upcoming Sunday is Father's Day. We're grateful for that. We'll be celebrating fathers and father figures. And we have a special special gift, I should say, for fathers that day. That would be great. And then at the end of the service, we will be celebrating Compassion Sunday, where we, yes, you, me, everybody else in this church has the opportunity to sponsor children at this church launch in Bolivia. We're partnering with 3 other churches as well as the bigger ministry of Compassion International in launching a church down in Bolivia. And they need help with sponsoring children. And so I believe we can sponsor more than 20 children. I'm hoping we'll do that. I'm praying that we'll do that. And I'm asking you to be praying if God will use you in sponsoring a child down in Bolivia that will be impacted by the ministry of Compassion International. So that's this Sunday after the worship service. Please, if you have any questions, reach out to me with an email at john@fbcsalinas.com. And then Monday, June 17th, June 18th, June 19th, June 20th, from 5 p.m. to 8 p.m. is Vacation Bible School. Always a great time, and we're looking forward to how God is going to use that ministry once again to impact children's lives as well as the families represented by those children. And it's called Scuba, diving deep into friendship with God, and looking forward to that. Lorraine and her team been working hard to make sure that this is a wonderful experience for those children. And so be praying for us. Be praying for Vacation Bible School, the children, the teachers, and the helpers, that they will do a great job of representing God's grace to those children. All right, so that's that. And then on June 22nd, we have our community block party. It goes from 4 to 7 p.m. What will we have? We will have live music. We will also have food. We will also have games. We will also give tours to people who are visiting and who are popping in for the block party. And we're going to have so much going on that day. We need your help. And so please, love to have you help us with this. It goes from 4 to 7. It is always a great time. That's June 22nd here at the church. We're looking forward to it, and I'm inviting you to be a part of this great opportunity to reach out to the community around us. All right. So if you have any questions about that, reach out to Lorraine at fbcsalinas.com, and she can answer your questions there. All right. So that's it for the informational portion. Second part of the weekly refresher is always an inspirational thing. At least I hope it's inspirational. If not, well, let me know and I'll work on that. But anyway, been reading through Exodus as part of my devotions. And being reintroduced to this guy by the name of Moses. What an amazing individual this guy is. And so often when you look, we hear the name Moses and we think of the parting of the Red Sea. We think of him confronting Pharaoh. We think of all these great things that he did. And he did a lot of great things, no doubt. But we forget this. He didn't want to do it. He had a lot of excuses. I invite you to take a look at Exodus chapter 4. And Moses, at the beginning of that chapter, Moses says these words. He says, what if they don't believe me or listen to me and say, Yahweh did not appear to you? He's looking for outs. He's looking for a way to not go down this path. Don't we do the same thing? Don't we do the same thing? We look for ways to get around what God's calling us to do. And we look a lot. So God lays out these different signs for him. And so he sees these signs. You're going, oh my goodness, how can you not, Moses, how can you not say God is with you? And then we come to this verse. It's found in verse 10. Moses said to Yahweh, pardon your servant, Lord. I've never been eloquent, neither in the past nor since you have spoken to your servant. I am slow of speech and tongue. Moses is looking for any excuse possible that will get him out of doing what God is calling him to do. And God's response is so good. Yahweh said to him, who gave human beings their mouths? Who makes them deaf or mute? Who gives them sight or makes them blind? Is it not I, Yahweh? Now go. I will help you speak and will teach you what to say. Wow, God says, go, I'm with you. And then notice what Moses says, verse 13. But Moses said, pardon your servant, Lord. Please send someone else. He just cuts to the chase and he pretty much just says, please send someone else. Are you that person? Are you that person that says, please send someone else? I know there are times in my life when I want somebody else to do it. When I want someone else to step in and do this, and yet God says, no, I'm with you. You need to lean into me all the more. We have excuses, don't we? All of us have excuses. We can make an excuse for this, we can make an excuse for that. Yet the thing is that God is always bigger than our excuses. What's your excuse? What's your excuse for not taking that step? What's your excuse for not stepping up to the opportunities that God is providing you? What's your excuse? God's bigger than your excuse. He's bigger than my excuse. And every time we take a step, you know what we find out? God's right there with us. I encourage you, not only this week, not only next week, not only this month, next month, but I encourage you every single day to take your excuses, take them to God, and notice what God says. He says, I know your excuses. I'm still with you, and I still want to use you. Cling to that God who cares for you so much. All right? So, I love you. I'm praying for you. I'm grateful for you. I hope you have a great rest of the week. And when those excuses rear their ugly head, that you know that God is bigger than your excuse. We'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.